Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk about when you're young, maybe you're 20, 22 years of age, you have money coming in, maybe you've finished your CA, you've finished your engineering, you've done your MBA, you've taken up a job. Then there is a tremendous pressure, peer pressure, friends, cousins, whatever, to buy things and flaunt. Don't fall for it, because it's a never ending game. The restaurants you visit, the watch you wear, the dress you wear, the shoes you wear, the labels that you are flaunting don't really matter. When you have so much confidence in life that you matter more than the labels that you are flaunting, you realize that, oh my god, all this was a waste of time and waste of money and waste of effort. It was not going to be useful at all. Now what I mean, everybody thinks they need a fancy car. Do you need a fancy car? Do you need an utility car? Let's put it this way: if a good German car is available for 30 lakhs and a good German car is available for 2 crores, right? And you are not going to use it, you're going to use it maybe 2-3 months in a year, because other times you are outside, you're traveling in different cities. Should you even buy this car and make it stand in your house? I think it is worth it. Why is it worth buying a safe car? Simply because you should protect yourself. So this is more a protection thing than anything else. So should you buy assets for flaunting, or should you buy assets for use? This is very difficult for a young person to decide. And what is flaunting and what is using, again, very difficult to say. So if you start getting used to saying, oh, I can eat only in a 5-star hotel, I can sleep only in a 5-star bed, please understand this is also addicting. Please understand, all this happens when you have nice sporting or financial or acting contracts, which may just disappear one day. It may disappear when you're 30, it may disappear when you're 35, right? So what are essential expenses for a young film star or a sports person? Gym expenses, a gym coach, a specific coach for the job in which you are, tennis, badminton, cricket, whatever. So that coach, you have a psychoanalyst, you have a dietitian, you have a regular doctor, you have a orthopedic surgeon, right? These are all part of your team. And you have a financial advisor, right? You have all this is part of your team. All of them have to be compensated. So remember, flaunting is easy. Sorry, everybody knows your income. That's another problem. I know that you have got a 5 crore contract. I know you got a 3 crore contract. I know you got a 3.9 crore contract, because that is flaunted by the clubs, right? But I have no clue about your liabilities. I do not know whether you are the third child of a family which is in poverty. Sorry. Your parents need it, somebody in your house is suffering from cancer and you're paying for it. I have no clue about your liabilities, but all of us think we know your income. So the chances are we want you to spend money like as though that whole money belongs to you and you're living it. It doesn't really matter, right? If a person becomes a cricketer, but he comes from an extremely rich family, and we have seen such people. If you come from an extremely rich family, the family has no claim on the money that you have, because they have enough of it. But if you come from a poor family, the family needs to be compensated, right? You have to at least buy your family a house, one small car, or whatever you think is necessary. You will do all those things. So I have no clue on what you're going to spend money, but I know that the show-off asset versus the use asset. The use asset, it's very important that it gives you safety first, right? It gives you safety, it gives you comfort. All those things are necessary. The flaunting of the brand is not so important. You could buy a 500 rupee t-shirt, or you could buy a 4,000 rupee t-shirt, you could buy a 10,000 rupee t-shirt, you could buy a 10,000 rupee kurta, right? Any of those things, right? So all those, some things are for show off, some things are for comfort. So first spend on comfort, first spend on all those things, because sometimes it is worthwhile. Sometimes when you're taking your 75-year-old parents, it's worth staying in a good hotel, and if they tell you, no, this hotel is very expensive, why should we pay 18,000 a night or 30,000 a night, then you have to say, no, this is coming from coupons which I already have, and don't worry, or things like that. Assure them that you're doing it for their comfort. Should you flaunt? Is it necessary? For some people it is necessary, because socially they want to say, look, I have a bigger car, I have a bigger house. But understand one thing, at no stage is somebody going to judge you by the horsepower of your car. If somebody is judging you by the horsepower of your car, you need to work harder, right? I'm sure when Sachin Tendulkar changes his car, let's say Sachin Tendulkar, you invite Sachin Tendulkar and he comes to your house in a Honda City, or even worse, maybe in a Zen, or something like that. Does it change how you think about him? Does it change what you think about him? Does not. Does it change that he's wearing a unbranded t-shirt or he's wearing a branded t-shirt? Doesn't matter. Lord Ganesha told us that, right? By riding a mouse, he said very clearly, I am more important than the vehicle which I ride. So it does not really matter what is my vehicle, this is what I ride. My brother rides a peacock, but it does not mean that I have to ride a peacock. I am very happy riding a mouse. So his Vahan is proof that he had his ego under control better than some others who want more fancy things. So if you need a fancy car, a fancy dress, a fancy label, fancy pen, fancy watch, ask yourself, what are you seeking? Are you seeking flaunting, or are you seeking usage? For example, anybody buying an expensive phone may not be using it as well as they should be. For example, many of my videos are shot on OnePlus. Many of my videos have been shot on Samsung Ultra S22, and some of my videos have been shot on iPhone 15. I'm convinced that you will not know the difference, right? So is it a flaunting asset or is it a use asset? I need good phones because all my shooting is on camera, is on a phone. I have a very nice mirrorless SLR, but I don't use it for shooting my videos, right? I use it when I'm going for some wildlife trip. But will you know the difference what I'm using? No, not really. But does it matter which phone I have, which phone I flaunt? I don't know. Is it flaunting or usage? Find out that and then decide to buy. Even though I'm using my phone video so much, I don't think I'm using more than 20% of the features of the phone, right? It is basically WhatsApp, recording videos, uploading on social media. That's what I'm using my phone for. But it is very useful because the quality of camera, the quality of sound that it captures, the remote that it has, all that is very useful. So decide how much you want to flaunt and how much is usage. I think usage should get priority over flaunting, because later on in life nobody is going to judge you by the horsepower of your car or the brand of your dress or anything like that. You might get addicted to it and find it very difficult to maintain that lifestyle after your income drops, right? So if you are an actor, very few actors go beyond 10-12 years of peak working, right? So some people do, but that's quite a rarity. In cricket, there was Sachin Tendulkar, who came at the age of 16 and played till almost the age of 40, which means you're talking of 24 playing years. I don't think today's youngsters are going to play that much, right? You may come in at 23, 22, 23, a greater chance that you will come in at 22, 23 than at 16. And you will retire at 32, 33, maybe 35 max, because it's a young man's game, whatever game it is, whether it is tennis. Don't look at Federer, don't look at MS Dhoni. These are the super duper exceptions. Their fitness levels, their ability to inspire others, inspire their own team is really great. Not everyone is going to be earning for such a long time, right? So don't flaunt. Buy things which are useful. There are many useful things which are there. So if you are a sports person, spend money on a sports psychoanalyst, spend money on a dietitian, spend money on any of these coaches, etc. But be ready to receive them. You have to be ready to receive a good coach by doing a journal, maintaining a journal and all those things. Don't hire an expensive coach and say it was not useful for me. How much you extract is up to you. I keep saying this, everything that we buy has a price. Are you able to extract value out of it? That's what you have to look. So maybe sometimes you need to flaunt. If you're in marketing and you're marketing products which are wealth products, maybe you need a Ferrari. Then Ferrari is part of your uniform, right? If I'm going to raise money for my company in the US and UK, I need to wear a suit costing, say in Indian rupees, about 10 lakhs, right? A shoe costing about 1 lakh. I need to carry a pen which is costing maybe 50,000. That is part of my uniform. But when I'm going to the beach, I wear shorts. When I go to the temple, I wear a dhoti, right? So this is the uniform that you keep changing. So see what you need professionally, what you need for your safety. Buy those products which are useful first. Flaunting you can do later, because by the time you have money to buy products to flaunt, God gives you the wisdom saying you are important, not the brands that you are flaunting. Thank you.